We all judge on a regular basis. It's part of being humans, and it's important for our survival to judge whether things are safe or a threat or something we need to be fearful of. And I believe it's our non-stop on switch for judging that causes a lot of our fight or flight response, leading to our angst and anxiety, and then possibly to depression. So to help understand the judge response, I'm going to suggest you just stop what you're doing for a second and pause the tape and just listen to all the other sounds around you right now. So just pause the tape for a few seconds and listen to all the other sounds around you. You probably heard something outside that you weren't listening to before, or maybe the clock ticking, or maybe your furnace going, maybe some people in the background. But on a regular basis, we choose to what we focus on based on what we think is important at the time. So when you're listening to me, you're choosing at that point that what I'm saying is important, and I hope it is for you. Now that same judgment, we have to learn how to filter what we judge, because there's so much coming in and we can't take in everything we're seeing with our eyes. Like I'm driving right now and my focus is on the road. I can't be looking at the camera or checking out things in the car while I'm focusing on the road. So that's my primary focus, even though my peripheral vision sees other things. So we're constantly focusing on what to judge, judging what to focus on. Now, when it comes to angst and anxiety, quite often we focus on the negative things that are coming in that really don't have that fight or flight. They don't deserve that fight or flight response that they're getting in our body. So there's some things going on with friends at school, or you got a test coming up, or something's going wrong at home. There could be so many different things that are coming in, and when we focus on those, again, what we focus on grows, or as we said earlier, neurons in the brain that fire together, wire together, that becomes our pattern. And to turn off that pattern of judging and then perceiving it as a fearful or stressful event, which again sneaks up on us, that they become an anxiety event, we turn it off by not fight, not flight, not freeze, but flow. And again, one of the best ways to flow is to determine what you're going to let in. Like so much when I was going through my stressful times in life and depression, my focus was on all the things that were actually blessings, like having a house and having cars and having kids and having a job. But my worries were about a mortgage and car payments and kids and worries at work. And I was judging those as things to worry about. So when we learn that the judging is natural and it's important for survival, and a lot of it's automatic, then we can realize we can control our response to what we judge as being important and to focus on. And when we catch ourselves judging things and thinking on them, or thinking negatively about the guy that just pulled in front of me too closely, my first thought would be, man, what a jerk. And then some road rage there, and then after a while you change that judgment to, well, I've pulled in front of people before and a little too closely, or I've pulled out in front of people and not given them enough room. They had to slow down when I was pulling out into the road. And I want people to forgive me when I pull out in front of them. I want to give them the wave and, sorry, my bad. But at the same time, if someone pulls in front of me, my first response is to judge them as being a jerk. So, judging's normal. It's important. Let's judge the people's intents are innocent, as opposed to doing something to try to get under our skin. I often told kids, we think we're more important than we really are in other people's lives. They have their own things going on, and just because they say or do something, we think it's related to us if we're going through a tough time or feeling pretty crappy. And so we judge that they're mad at us or that we've done something to upset them. And, it's just, no, that's not really necessarily what's happening. They could just be having their own tough time. And maybe we just need to listen to them and not judge them. Just say, I'm going to listen to you. So one of the best things that I've learned over and over again with learning to flow is unconditional acceptance. Some people call it love. I don't like using the word love because we fall in and out of love. So unconditional or total acceptance. And in that total acceptance, we don't judge what people are saying to us. We just listen, and we're there to support them. And we're there to be a shoulder for them. And we can turn off our own angst and worry as well by not overthinking things and just being there and being a good friend by listening. I know that's easier to say than to do, because quite often we want to help other people. And when we go into the help mode, we often turn on our judging, which starts this whole loop again. So, let's judge that people are doing things from a good cause. No one intends to piss you off. And if someone needs your help and they want you to be there to listen to, let's just listen and unconditionally accept what they're going through. That's all for now.